Okay, so on this truck here, we're going to be doing injector cups. This is what we got out of the fuel filter. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's actually water, antifreeze down inside the fuel. Really not cool. And almost like blood actually in there, which looks really disgusting. So we're going to come over here. What we're going to do is we're going to start pulling our intake actuators, our Jake heads, all of that, our rockers, and then I'm going to pop all my injectors out, and then we'll evaluate them and see exactly how they're going. This customer just did injector number 4 on this engine because it was just a totally dead hole. We did a cylinder contribution test, but that's not the case. It's working good.
We're going to put a chain hanger there if you guys can know.
Sure.
Just behind me,
okay. No worries. Where was I? Disassemblies, installation. Okay. So we're gonna pull our Jake heads, pull our intake valve actuators, pull our rockers, pull our injectors, and then pull our injector cups, which you know, that's gonna be fun. So we're going to do that. And we'll you know, follow along and you'll see how it's all done. Slow and steady. Kind of want to, I don't know if you want to get in and like look above. I won't touch anything because it's fucking crazy hot.
Right.
You want to kind of get your fuel bar underneath the hold down. And you want to get your heel bar underneath the hold down and just kind of give it a little pop. And they'll normally pop out really easy, see, like that. Right, that injector's loose now. It doesn't take much. If you have to struggle, that was number 3, that was fucking loose. The back one's always kind of a bit of a difficult one, because you don't have enough height. Okay, nice and gentle, no big deal. So now all my injectors are loose. I got to undo my electrical. I'll do that quickly now, and then once we're ready to start pulling the injector cups themselves. I didn't do that yet.
Drain the coolant?
I gotta drain the coolant,
Okay.
Yeah. So these guys here, I've seen so many guys break these off. You have to be so gentle when you're disassembling them. This is where you'll notice a lot of times I use hand tools rather than air tools, especially when I go to reassemble. Pretty much everything I do will be hand tools. Reason being, I don't like broken bolts. They aggravate me. This thing was running on like diesel and water, like 50-50 mix, man. That one was okay. Yipper doodle. Oh fuck. Oh no, that one's got coolant in it too. That one's got coolant in it. Coolant. Coolant. Holy fuck. Can I see your, you can, number 6.
Hold it sideways. Sideways. Other way.
Which way is sideways?
That way. Ah.
I'll try and get you a little closer.
Zoom in as well.
Can you zoom in? How do you do that?
Coming. Okay.
Okay.
Now your fingers in.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, now you are again.
Oh yeah, look at it. Can you see it?
The orange stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at it go. You're tickling my arm. I was like, what the fuck was that? Spider! Crazy. So that's probably most likely where all my coolant is coming from. But, still up too fast. We're gonna do them all anyways. You know, just to be sure. fighting with my tool. I don't know if they all... Did everybody see that? That's nice. Now I thread this down here. It's a little wobbly, it got bent once before, but it still works just fine. Make sure everything's fully seated. It's now seated there. I give it a tug here. And that's my injector cup. Yep. Okay, so we're nice and seated. It was a lot hotter. It's got some temp to it. Now number 6, we're not going to be able to use the tool with the slide hammer. I don't even think we'll be able to do it on number 4. Or 5, sorry. Well, look, see that one there? They were most likely getting combustion gas up into their cooling system as well. Okay, so normally we use the slide hammer just like I showed you guys to pull them out, but because this is a setback and I can't, you know, my slide hammer is just a little bit too tall. There are shorter ones you can buy. I don't want to buy that one. So. What I did is I got a big thick plate and it sits down in between all my valve springs and everything like that. And I'm gonna try to use that and pull the cup up. So here's my first attempt at that. If it doesn't work, we'll delete the video.
Okay.
I want to say it's working.
Ah,
Ta-da!
you got it.
Ingenuity and stubbornness for the win. Didn't hit the ground. Landed on an ABS line. You could not have gotten any luckier than that. Okay, so now we're gonna thread this back. It's really hard to grip that. Where are we doing time lapse right now, or can they actually hear me?
They can hear you.
Oh, okay, right on. Okay, so the nice thing about this stuff is, like, there is a special tool that Caterpillar builds for this. I've used it. It works great. But you know what? Sometimes, in the interest of us mechanics trying to save money and make our jobs more profitable, we can't have every single fancy tool on demand. So, in a lot of times, we just make them ourselves. And this is one of them. The other day, on the trailer bushings, I don't know if we got a video of the tool we made. But yeah, like a lot of what we do ends up being, you know, fabrication, craftsmanship, things like that. That is one thing that I've had many customers say to me over the years that they love about me, is that, you know, I may not have the right tools, I may not, you know, in a sense know exactly what I'm doing, but I'll take the time to figure it out. There's very few jobs in this industry, including off-road, that I haven't done. And not only haven't done, but done out in the bush, in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere. Experience-wise, like I've kind of done, not everything, but enough to know what I don't and do like. And that's, you know, me being 36 years old, I have, you know, essentially, like realistically 20 years experience pulling wrenches. I've been doing it my whole life. Now that just came nice and loose. I'm gonna say that we got it. Maybe not. You know, I'm a member of one of these Facebook groups for service trucks, and some of the ingenuity that you see from some of these guys is just absolutely incredible. The stuff that they put together to make a job work or get something fixed on the side of the road. It really is Really impressed. Even for me, like I've watched some of the shit that these guys have done, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I thought of that. That's brilliant. Don't be like that. Just come on now. It'll be nice. That's our problem child. See, we got no O-ring there. None of these cups are in very good shape, I should say that, but this one here, this O-ring is completely gone. And the upper one is just chewed. So, you know, she wasn't gonna seal for nothing. I also kind of feel like this one's probably cracked, just in the way that it was leaking. But I could be wrong. You know, what do I know? That's there though. Same thing. Bottom O-ring completely gone. Now they do pull out and get kind of messed up when we pull these cups. That's pretty normal, but usually you'll see remnants of them. In this case, we're not seeing that. So this thing needed this done big time. So, anyways, once I get everything cleaned up, new O-rings and everything, we'll get our new cups ready to go. Come back and I'll show you guys how to install them. Now, what everyone didn't see is yesterday I went through and cleaned out all my holes and made sure that they were all right clean. I used some brake clean on a rag and then a wire brush and cleaned them all right out. I probably should have videoed that, but well, I didn't. Now I just always go in with the rag again, my screwdriver. I just kind of give it a twist. Make sure my holes are clean and dry. a little out of breath after that little break. You can, what's up?
Me neither, yet I always talk.
Is a fun for the break off?
Huh? Is he expecting good news? Like, just tell him to come back here.
Come back here.
Yeah, I'll talk to him back here.
What's you looking for?
My screwdriver.
Good question. Oh, I found it. It's underneath the gear oil bottle. Lift the blue bottle up. Unless that's the wrong
That's the
screw.
little
No.
No, I had a big one.
I found a screwdriver.
Knowing me, I took it down and was helping Jacob with it.
Possibly.
How's it going, boss? Well, better if your truck would make some fucking sense.
What's that?
Said it'd be better if your truck would make sense.
My truck?
Yeah, the Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the tip, and we know that.
Yeah.
Change that. And so we have a power distribution issue. We have power everywhere that we can check. And if I jump the
Now they can.
Hi. Okay, so whenever you're installing an injector, pretty much across the board, any diesel engine, am I bleeding? No. You want to make sure that you seat the injector and then back off your hold down to let the O-rings and everything relax, and then reseat it again, and then actually torque it down. So now that we got it, I already kind of snugged it down. Now we're gonna actually torque it. And I can watch as I go what my torque values are. That's number one. We're going to do number two. I should mention too, can they hear me still?
Yes.
I should mention too that all of the holes and everything, I actually used a vacuum. I don't know if you can see it there. With a skinny hose on it, we stick it down in the hole to make sure we suck out any oil so we don't hydraulic our bolt. So we make sure all the holes and everything get blown out and cleaned prior to reassembly. It's really important that guys don't miss that step. I've seen lots of guys break bolts where injectors were still half sitting out.
Now you can.
Okay, we're good?
Yep.
So, I don't know if you can see this, but these little injector studs that go onto the injectors here, when these are installed, I see so many guys break these off. And I know I mentioned it on disassembly. So when you're installing them, take your fingers and get in here and make sure they're all the way down. Otherwise, you know, quite often we end up with a misfire after a job like this is done, or even like a month later. And that's because these little guys came loose on top of our injector. And, you know, I'm gonna be honest, it's happened to me, where I had to go out and warranty a job that I did and check it all out. And so just, you know, keep that in mind if you're ever doing these. You want to make sure that you seat those all the way down. And I'll have to look it up. I can't remember the exact like torque spec. They actually have things like 8 inch-pounds or something ridiculously long. I basically go as tight as I can with my fingers. Yeah, gotta be careful. Okay, so we just finished doing the injectors on this truck. We're rolling backwards.
There we are.
We did injector cups, injectors, valve set. I did the water pump. We didn't do a video on the water pump, well, because nobody was here and I did it by myself. So that's why. Now we're just gonna take it for a test drive, make sure it runs good. Got a bit of a lopey idle condition still going on. It was doing it when it came here. We thought it was because it was, you know, there's shitloads of water in the fuel. You know, logic would dictate. But maybe that's not the case. We're gonna try to run it out and see if, you know, after a test drive, she smartens up. Hear all my chains rattling back there. That idle sounds nice. It's not loping anymore. It kind of comes and goes. Or maybe we've got a sticky intake valve actuator. Or not. We can edit that out, right? Sounds like you got a boost leak. Where is my boost gauge? Brake application, transmitter, fuel filter, engine filter boost. Our low idle condition still exists. It's still there, but it's not as bad. I think I skipped a gear there by accident. I feel a bit of a miss here every once in a while. That could still be water in the system. I don't like throttling into these on washboard. They just sound so bad. If I didn't know any better, I'd say there's a boost leak, but I didn't even disassemble anything on this side. It definitely sounds like it's coming from over here, right? That whistle.
Yeah.
And true to being a Kenworth, she don't turn for Better watch out for the dirty Max behind me. More low BI,